Can you smell that, boys? It smells like victory. The Eagles are 1-0 after a huge win. No, sorry, a decimating win. No, sorry, an emphatic win over the Atlanta Falcons. 32-6 in the end. Atlanta showed no signs of resilience whatsoever despite a really strong start. And today, we're just going to break it down, go over what we liked about the game, what we disliked about the game, and then just project moving forward what we can take from it. If you're new around here, guys, and you're an Eagles fan, I need you to fly towards that like button and hit that subscribe button. Join our community. We've got a link to our Discord in the description below. Apparently, there's a problem with the Flick group chat, which a couple of people have told me about. So if you were a part of that and do want to join the Discord, there is a link in there. But let's get straight to it, okay? The elephant in the room, if you will, Jalen Hurts. There seems to be two camps at the moment about this game when discussing Jalen Hurts. 50% were really impressed with it. That is a great game. Hurts balled out, 3 touchdowns, 274 yards. Great day at the office. What more could you want? Then there's the other 50% who are like, well, he's not doing too much. Well, he's running out of the pocket too much, and I don't like it, and he's underthrowing open receivers. Now, both are right in what they're saying. I just feel it's a little bit shitty to kind of be so critical of a player who we're not expecting to be making those elite throws, those elite decisions right away. The whole point was he was a project quarterback, okay? In the second round, he wasn't ready to be a starter just yet. And I want to preface it with this, all right? I'm aptly dressed in golf attire. Now, when I go for a round of golf, I'm never going to bring my game. I'm never going to get to my very, very best form, or at least very rarely, okay? So what I want to be doing is raising my floor. Take out the mistakes. Take out the stuff that's going to hurt me. Like that. Because while I may not be playing my best golf ever, I can certainly avoid playing my worst golf and bringing those scores down. So if I just play consistently, oh my god. If I can iron out the errors, okay, to a point where I have the worst round of my life and it is better, that round would have been a year ago, I'm happy. It's raising the floor. We all know the ceiling of Jalen Hurts, okay? Franchise quarterback, guy to lead the team for the next 5 to 10 years, dynamic player, can make all the throws, high character guy, has some weaknesses in his game. They're not all going to get corrected overnight. His big problem last year, #1 ball security in a big way. 9 fumbles, struggled awfully. 0 turnovers on the day, not a pick, not a fumble, and made really smart decisions with the ball in his hands. There were 2 times he took a nice slide instead of running in, trucking into a defender like Carson Wentz used to. There was 1 play he ran to the boundary, and instead of just taking a hit or trying to yam the ball to a receiver, just gently lofted it out of harm's way and threw it to avoid taking another like 10-yard loss on the play. There was another time he was sacked and he tucked the ball into his chest. It's basics, fundamentals, and we know that if Jalen Hurts can reach that ceiling, that's great, but it may not be consistent. And if the floor is still down here and those turnovers and those problems are still haunting him, that's when things get worrying. He's taken those out. So now you're looking at a quarterback that isn't going to make dumbass decisions, that isn't going to be sporadic, and can now work on the much bigger fundamentals, which are the accuracy, like we saw, was still a thing, and getting comfortable in the pocket. For the most part, I think he was better at that. He was still getting off his first read. He was still seeing ghosts and kind of running out for dear life at times. For the most part, Jalen Hurts played pretty well, and I would take pretty well over very, very good 1 minute and then very heartbreakingly bad the next. The green screen's gone. We're gonna avoid the green screen. Welcome to my office, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, I want to talk about the wide receivers. What a day it was for Devontae Smith. He's up 71 yards. He got a touchdown on his first ever reception. His route running was just as crisp as we knew it would be. Great day. It was, hey guys, I'm here. I'm everything you thought I would be. Here's how we're going to do it. I love that from him. That's fantastic. We move into week 2. Full of confidence in Devontae Smith. The one wide receiver that I was really happy for, though, was Jalen Rhaegar. We all know the story. His rookie year was a struggle. There was a lot of worries about how he handled himself on social media, that maybe there was some mental health aspects at play here. Then he ends up losing a very close friend. He shows up to camp overweight. He gets his ear chewed off by Nick Sirianni, and he enters week 1 balls out, and ends up posting 49 yards and a touchdown on 6 receptions. That's a great day for Jalen Rhaegar, and something we should all be excited about, something we should all be happy for, that he's taken that step forward. Maybe with the limelight not firmly pressed on him now that Devontae's arrived, he can kind of break out a little bit, come out of his shell and start doing what he did so well at TCU. Thirdly, obviously Quez Watkins. It was only 3 catches. They were all at the start of the game, but it was great to see that momentum carry over from preseason. Love it. The pass rush. Oh, where do we start? My guy Hassan Ridgeway. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know I'm a big Hassan Ridgeway stan. Really cool to see him pick up a sack and a forced intentional grounding. Can't wait to see the PFF stats on that one. And then Javon Hargrave, the gravedigger, goes out a pair of sacks. It was brilliant to see that. After the Eagles paid him so much last year, he struggled to really find a rhythm, to really get going. And this today enabled Fletcher Cox to do his thing. The man looked absolutely menacing all day long. Fun to watch. We saw Milton Williams flash. We saw Brandon Graham hit like a freight train. Love it. Linebackers, they exist for now. That's all right. Defense wasn't brilliant, I can't lie. You wouldn't think Davis only had 49 rushing yards on the day. It felt like he got all of those on the first drive alone. The Eagles were porous. It looked like something out of preseason. I wasn't a fan of it. Helped me, and then gradually as time went on, the defense got better, and for some reason Atlanta were running the ball and they were like 20 points down, and I don't know what they were doing, but the Eagles got better and they started to penetrate much more quickly. The tackles were more secure. They were swarming to the ball as they were in preseason, and there was a little bit more, I think, confidence. Like the opening couple of drives, there were a lot of soft zones. They were being picked apart by Calvin Ridley. After that, it was very hard for Matt Ryan to do literally anything, and I think a lot of that has to be attributed to the pass rush and to the corners, who played really well. I think Steve Nelson looked really good today, which, again, I wasn't a big Steve Nelson guy. He looked pretty solid. Talk for ages about absolutely everything, but the one final thing I want to end on here is the use of running backs and Nick Sirianni overall. The Eagles started out looking very, very much as if they were going to repeat history and not run the ball that much. And Sanders was barely used. And I'm pretty sure at one point there was 17 pass attempts and 5 rushes, which wasn't great. And I tweeted out literally mid-game. I was like, if you're going to do it, if you're going to just predicate the pass, get Kenny Gainwell in there. Get Gainwell in, the guy who can receive out of the backfield, give defenses a bit more to worry about. It's going to take pressure off Hurts. Get the running backs involved if you're going to pass the ball. You can't just take them out entirely. And they did. And then Gainwell ends up, he should have had 2 touchdowns had it not been for a Lane Johnson penalty, but he ends up getting 1. Anyway, nice day at the office for Gainwell. Sanders looked pretty elusive as always, but more importantly, Sirianni adapted on the fly. That's something that Doug Peterson didn't last year. It was his way or the highway. Sirianni saw an opportunity, saw it wasn't working, made an adjustment, and it paid huge dividends. And Sirianni overall, you wouldn't think it was his first day calling an NFL game, would you? I mean, unlike Arthur Smith, who looked like he was, I don't know, trying to... Alright guys, bit of a problem. My phone's run out of storage, so I can't video the rest of it, so we're just on audio. But bottom line is, I thought Nick Sirianni looked really, really good. I think I love the chemistry with Hurts. I love the variety of plays that were called. The ball was spread around the offense nicely. There was a strong use of RPOs in the game, and I just felt overall there was a clear buzz around the team. There was an excitement around the team, and that comes from the culture that Sirianni has instilled in training camp, in OTAs, in all of the summer workout programs. I think he's just done a great job of getting on the same page as his players and putting them in a best position to succeed, which is what he's preached all off season. So overall, great start for the Eagles. I'm going to go try to sort my phone out, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, or abomination of a video. If you want to see more, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, boys. I will see you tomorrow for This Week in Philadelphia Sports.